Since we're nearing the end of 2024, I thought I'll share some of the designer fragrances with you that I bought this year. Each and every one was released in 2024, and these are the ones I've bought so far. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if I buy a couple more, during the holidays. Let me know if, after we go through these, if there are any that I have missed or some that you have bought that you really like, and maybe I need to get my nose on it. So here we go. These are the designer fragrances that I bought this year. The first one that I got, or not the first one I bought in the year, but the first one I have in this lineup. By the way, they're not like ranked or anything. They're just kind of in front of me and we're gonna go through them. The first one that we're gonna go over is a Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance. It's Le Beau Paradise Garden. Do you remember when this guy first came out? Maybe some of you do. It was really hard to find and people were selling this one for like 300 bucks. That's insane, by the way. I did not buy that 300 bucks. I was able to buy this one like in Munich at a duty-free place while I was traveling. Thank goodness. Nowadays you can get this one, for about a little bit under 100 bucks if you buy it online. It's a stellar summer fragrance. Actually really enjoy this one. The perfumer behind this one is going to be Quentin Bisch, who also created the original Le Beau, also like the Kenzo line, so you will definitely draw some comparisons here. However, this one is going to be sort of a green coconut minty fragrance, a little bit on the sweeter side without ever really being too sweet though. It has sort of an aquatic fresh island feel to it. Paradise Garden actually is a really good performer, considering it's a summer fragrance. It is, a little bit more on the younger side, a little bit on the playful side, but a really stellar choice for a beach vacation. I really enjoy this one. It's a good pickup if you want a fragrance for summer vacation. If you want something that's along this line, like Paradise Garden, but just a little bit more mature or classy side, then my next one was a really good choice. I mostly bought this one because of the bottle. I loved the way it looked. Luckily, the fragrance inside of this one actually does the bottle justice. It is Birds of Paradise from Carolina Herrera. This is going to be a woody herbal fragrance, still summery and ozonic, with a backbone of soft florals and some chamomile. It's really a beautiful fragrance. This is the kind of fragrance you could wear for something that's a little bit more on the formal side on your vacation, maybe for dinner. It's a stellar bottle, stellar fragrance, really unusual. It almost is a little bit sort of a woody banana-like vibe. Nice vacation fragrance. Even though, Birds of Paradise is gonna have a little bit more of a mediocre sort of performance, I do have a feeling that this one will probably grow in popularity as time goes on because it is a little bit more on the unique side. But we'll see, we'll have to let some time pass. One of you guys in the comments not too long ago said that you liked it when I lined them up right here, so we'll do that. We got the Jean Paul Gaultier first, and then we had the Carolina Herrera second. Another one that was released this year was a Narciso Rodriguez fragrance, and it's called Vetiver Musk. Vetiver Musk works super well for pretty much all year long. The musk gives it a little bit of weight. It's a woody aromatic fragrance, slightly spicy. If you're looking online at this fragrance, the note breakdown is every bit as unique as the rest of the Narciso Rodriguez fragrances. This one particularly has red algae in it and some resins. When you first smell it, you would think it would last a lot longer, but it actually doesn't last too long. So it's kind of an average performer. 6 hours is all you're gonna get out of this one. And it has almost no sweetness at all. This gives this fragrance a little bit more of a masculine sort of mature vibe. Perfect, I think, for like a day in the office in a sort of fresh, spicy kind of way that leans just a little bit more on the musky side than it does the vetiver though. It's a good choice if you like vetiver and musk. Next up are going to be two Issey Miyake fragrances. The first one that I bought from Issey Miyake this year in 2024, and it was released in 2024, is Solar Lavender. It's a soft lavender with a sunny side. For me, wearing this one feels like I've just taken a shower with lavender soap, and then I'm walking outside in and out of the sun through maybe a forest during a summer's day. It is super refreshing in a green sort of way as well. It's very light, really beautiful. It's a daytime fragrance, I would say. Anytime you want to feel clean and sunny for a few hours. Beautiful, clean, soapy lavender with a sunny side to it. Issey Miyake's take on summer is a new release, and it's called Les Sels d'Issey. It is a powerful summer fragrance with a whole new look. It's not terrible, but I do think I like the classic look just a little bit better. What are your thoughts on that? Let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, for more fragrance content. I'd love to have you on board discovering some more fragrances. Remember, your journey starts with but one single scent. Les Sels d'Issey is going to be a powerful summer scent. It is exactly what Les Sels d'Issey is. It's a powerful, masculine, salty, marine fragrance with a strong, woody backbone. It's quite powerful and lasts all day. Strong and very unique. It is bright, it is salty, kind of earthy, almost mossy. Also not fishy or, in the slightest. It's really, really nice. For me, this has zero sweetness in it, but it's a lovely wear, a great one for summer, and I'm glad I bought a bottle. It kind of feels like we're going through the lighter ones first. Like I said, I didn't really pay attention to how I lined them up. I just kind of sat them down. But it does look like we're gonna get a little bit heavier as this goes on. It was unintentional. This next one is going to be really interesting because it's a tricky one. It is a Versace, and you may have dismissed this one because it smells a lot like the good old Aventus that's out there, from 2010. Very similar profile. This is Versace Eros Energy. Yeah, you have to give this one a wear to see for yourself what you think, because I think this one has a unique twist. It dries down on the warmer side without sort of losing the fabulous sort of powerful scent profile, of the various citrus notes that are in the beginning that will remind you, of course, of Aventus. It's not a clone, but it does have, definitely that scent profile. It's the dry down that is the best one for me on this one, though. I like it because it has sort of an oak moss, musk, and patchouli, dry down. It's very, very nice. It's a combo of those three. And it's interesting because when it's warm outside, I find myself that I really want to wear this one because it has a little bit of a tartness to it, and it's not too, like perfumey, or, it's a little bit more on the fresher, crisper side. It's actually quite nice. Of course, it's gonna remind you of the 2010 Superstar, but I still think you should take a look, as this one has its own sort of, pleasant personality. I'm surprised by it. At first, I was like, don't really want it. And then I got it. And I'm actually happy that I bought it. I was actually thinking of maybe getting a second bottle because it's super easy to wear when it's hot outside. And like I said, it's that patchouli, oak moss, and musk dry down that I really, really like in this one. And it lasts all day. It's a really nice performer. I haven't tried it in the cold yet when it's cooler outside, but I am gonna give it a try when it's cooler because I do think it has a nice amount of power. So for now, don't write this one off yet because it will surprise you in sort of a youthful approach. It certainly did me. Let me know what you think if you gotten this one and if you have the same sort of feeling. The next one is a bit of a strange one. Now, not necessarily in a bad way. After all, it is called Phantasm. I did have to get it because I do like these bottles. And, I have a couple of other ones, like, the Pure Malt, some of the other Mugler fragrances. And I do like them. But Phantasm, I don't know. It does have a sort of promising notes of, dark chocolate and patchouli. Even the popular note of clary sage is in here. Still, somehow it remains a little bit anticlimactic for me. That's not because of the performance. It does actually, perform pretty well and stay, almost all day. But it's more like it wants to be sort of a great fragrance, but it just kind of falls short of greatness. I guess we'll have to see how Phantasm sort of develops over time. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Do you like the Phantasm? I don't know. I haven't found myself wanting to wear it yet a whole lot. I did wear it a couple times, trying it out. But for me, it just doesn't quite do it. Let me know what you think. Let me have it if you're a lover of this one. But that's my thought on it. Number 7. Is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 8. I guess we had 2 Issey Miyakes. Number 8 is going to be another flanker from the Zadig and Voltaire line. This is him. I do love the original scent profile. It is absolutely stunning. This is really him. It's sort of a modernized version of the original with some metallic notes, I believe. I do like it because it has, the original scent profile in the back, which is absolutely wonderful. But at this point, there are a lot of them with this sort of scent profile in that line. It's not quite as powerful as the original since, it doesn't have the vanilla and the smoke. It is a new flanker for 2024. And it is a little bit more suited for everyday use if you like that scent profile. It's not restricted to the cooler weather. You could wear this one every day. And it does have some Palo Santo wood in this one, grapefruit and some lemon as well. Now, personally, I prefer the 2023 This Is Him Undressed version. It is sort of a salty musk fragrance and has a little bit more of a natural feel. If you don't have any of the others in the line yet, then This Is Really Him is a good fragrance. I personally find it a bit redundant. But once again, let me know what you think. Is this your favorite one? Let me know in the comments. One that I didn't expect to win me over is a 2024 release from Jean Paul Gaultier. It is called Scandal Pour Homme Absolu. After getting, the 2021 release, which I actually have right here still. I have both of these right here. After getting this one and finding that it was just a little bit sweet, too much caramel and tonka and mandarin, all those kind of notes, I thought that the other ones would be a little bit more of the same. And in many ways, they are, same perfumers, still all sweet fragrances. I actually went and got this one too because of the Absolu released in 2024 this year. After I got this one, I actually went and bought the second one. I wasn't going to get it because I thought it was going to be more of the same of the first one. And they all are similar, but slightly different, with the Absolu being absolutely wonderful. It fits the name. In Absolu, however, it isn't as sweet. And the addition of chestnut makes this one of my most complimented fragrances of this year. Which also, like I said, it prompted me to buy the 22 version as well. If you wanted me to do a comparison video, note by note, let me know in the comments. I'd love to do that for you if you want to. As for this one, the 2024 release, it is worth a look. It is a good performer all day long, all night, longevity and scent profile. Guaranteed to get you compliments. At least it does when I wear it. Prada Luna Rossa Prada also has a new fragrance in 2024. It is the Luna Rossa Ocean Le Parfum. This is the third one in the Luna Rossa lineup. All of them are really not what you would expect, with a name like Ocean, since they are all anything but marine fragrances. All are more like the depths of the ocean in the middle of the night, while retaining some, aromatic, musky freshness in the eau de toilette, while the eau de parfum is a little bit more on the sweeter, woody, more amber feel, with a little bit of citrus freshness and the addition of an amber extreme molecule, which is going to be the main player in the 2024 release, Le Parfum. Combine this with an earthy note and you get a masculine Prada fragrance reminiscent of the 80s. All three are quite different from one another. If you want more info on these three, I did a video comparing these not too long ago. I will leave it in the description for you next to the other one. Now, if you like a little bit of an old school vibe, you know, in a modernized way, sort of like this last one, then Burberry also has one. It's Burberry Hero. My favorite out of the line is going to be the Parfum. And it is probably because of the nostalgic factor and the cozy sort of resinous citrus that's in this one with a powerful, earthy and piney touch. I really enjoyed this one. It's quite different from the first two, really unusual, and it has a little bit of an old school nostalgic 80s vibe, which I really enjoy some days. My next four are absolute bangers. If you ever wanted a Hobby Rouge fragrance, but you felt like the originals were just a little bit too maybe mature for you, then you have to get your nose on this 2024, Hobby Rouge Parfum. It's an amazing warm vanilla, patchouli, and a little bit of rum with the original scent profile sort of lingering in the background. It is so good. For you younger noses out there, this will, have a definitely bit more of a mature feeling to it. But, for you guys out there who remember Hobby Rouge or maybe still wear it, this is a wonderful, wonderful addition to that line. It's stellar for the cooler months. It's a modernized version of a classic. Smells great. It's a wonderful addition to the Hobby Rouge line. And after owning, 485,398 Armani Strong With You fragrances, I was unsure whether I was going to get, the tobacco release from 2024. Since, I was sort of nonplussed, I guess, by the amber release. Since, I really do have a lot of other ones already with a note of amber in it. And it seemed like it was just more of the same, unfortunately. That's until I got my nose on the tobacco release. I wasn't going to get it, and I smelled this one. It is super crazy, I know, but this one is actually one of my favorites from the Stronger With You line. It isn't overly sweet. Instead, it is a warm tobacco with a ton of spices and just the right amount of wood and resins. It's really, really wonderful. The familiar chestnut is also going to be in here. It's a lovely fragrance. Think Spice Bomb from Victor and Rolf meets Herod from Parfums de Marly in the house of Emporio Armani. I wasn't gonna get it, but I'm gonna give it a nose spray. It's actually a really wonderful fragrance, and I'm gonna be wearing this one a lot this winter. Number 13 is going to be a true Meisterstück from Mont Blanc. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on this Meisterstück from Mont Blanc since I feel like I've been featuring this one a lot. I really like it. It is one of my favorite fragrances from 2024. It truly is one of the best ones for me. It's smoky amber and some vetiver. I do have a full review of this one on my channel. I will link it in the description for you. Also, there's 4 in this line, came out this year. Also did a review of the other 3, and I will also link it in the comments for you. But this one, out of the 4 new ones, it's my absolute favorite. I will link it in the description for you. Let me know if you what you think of it. Have you tried it? Let me know what you think of this one. Everybody has talked about, the Boss Bottled Intense for years, and it is still a terrific fragrance today. Then the Oud, Hugo Boss Bottled Oud, or the Hugo Boss Bottled Saffron, all really good. Even the Elixir from 2023, really, really nice. And the Triumph. I mean, if the Elixir, if it was too strong, then you can go with the Triumph. It's sort of a little bit of a weaker version of the Elixir, also very nice. But hold on, the Absolute from 2024, all the goodness of the line in the final Absolute. It is sort of a smoky, delicate leather with a good dose of resins and patchouli. Kind of like all the Triumphs in a more sort of subtle way. It's a really beautiful fragrance. I kind of wish I would have gotten the bigger bottle. But 50 milliliters, will last me quite a while since I have a lot to choose from this year. I hope you enjoyed this rundown of the designers that I bought this year. Of course, I bought many more fragrances, but these are just the ones that came out in 2024, and those are the ones I bought, and I really enjoy them. I had a blast spending time with you. I want you to take good care of yourself. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. If you haven't yet, I'd love to have you on board. Take care, and I will see you soon.